11:23, just back from Yorkshire, and this is how the house looks like. This is how we left it on Friday. Today is Sunday, so we need to get some cleaning done, but I also need to go for a walk. But before we go for a walk, I'm going to be marinating my chicken. So get our chicken from Costco in a big pack, and I get chicken thighs with skin because it's cheaper. But I'm going to be taking the skins off the thighs because I'd like to marinate the actual chicken, and also making a stew. And I find that I don't like chicken skin in my stew. I'm not going to waste the chicken skin. I'm going to use it in the air fryer and crisp it out and have it with my son, and I will have it later. So as I said, we were going out for a walk because he wanted a walk, and I also needed one, so that's why we were going for a walk. My husband was going for football, so he's a die-hard Liverpool fan, and he's got the seasonal ticket, so he was going to the match on this day. So just my son and I were going to be in the house. Part of the job we had to do is go for this walk to the shop. It actually turned up to be 1.5 hour walk. It was a lovely day, so I'm glad we did go. Cook and maybe attempt to do some cleaning. We're not putting any pressure on ourselves, and when I say we, I mean mostly myself. So I was also going to prepare my chapati dough before we left the house, because I was going to leave it in the bread maker making the dough, and then when I came back it was going to be ready and rested. I was born in Kenya, but I never really learned how to make chapati, and my wrists are not strong enough to make the dough, so I always take the shortcut by using a dough maker or using the dough making function of the bread maker. Also, before we left for the walk, I emptied the washing machine, got some washing on the rack, and got another load washing. We're living in an old house which can easily get molded, so we have to be very careful with how much washing we did. But we last did a wash on Friday, so it's been 2 full days of no washing, so we can afford to do a double wash today. We also use a dehumidifier, which helps us keep the humidity down in the house. We're walking to the shop. We've been 20 minutes in now. He's on the scooter, but he doesn't want to be filmed on it. Just home. It's time to get the rest of the job done. And we did 1 hour 27. So my dough is done, my chicken is done. So I'm just gonna start that going and sort out the washing as well because it's finished. I was making this smothered chicken, but I figured I could take a shortcut and cook it in the air fryer, which actually worked very well because with the air fryer most of the chicken fat was left in the air fryer. And then after that I was gonna be making my chapatis as well as making the chicken skins, which we really quite enjoyed. As I said, I was born in Kenya and I never really learned how to make chapatis because my mom is very, very good at making chapatis. And she did not believe in gender clothes, and my brother is older than me. So my brother got the opportunity to learn how to cook from my mom. But there's some things I never learned how to cook from my mom because I'm the last one, which is fine. It just means I've had to navigate. But I also don't eat a lot of African foods, to be honest. So I'm quite happy with the arrangement. So the second batch of chicken thighs, I was actually going to make it and kind of debone it and slice it up, and it's going to be used for my husband's dinners. And he actually liked this chicken. It was a good variation to his store-bought cold meat. He really liked this. But I just happened to marinate too much of the chicken. That's how this came about. I normally eat one meal a day, and so I mostly eat in the mornings or in the evenings, not in the middle of the day, because I don't care to carry or to have the stress of carrying food at work and people asking me how come I'm eating so much in one go. So I like to eat at home, and I like to eat at the start or at the end of the day. my chapati flour is this color is one. I used a wholemeal flour, wheat flour, and I also added a porridge flour, which is made of sorghum millet, baobab, and other multigrains. I also added some sesame seeds in it just to make it more nutritious. When I make my chapati flour, I like to make it more nutritious, add a little bit of protein in it. So I'll also add eggs in it and milk. This is my more milk, a mix of milk and water, not just water. And that's just how I prefer to make my chapatis. These two actually sound very well. I think the coconut milk and having marinated the chicken already makes all the difference. And also the chapatis were really nice and soft, so I did like that. I'm not very experienced with making chapati, but my husband had requested for this, and I'm happy to have made it for him because there's an Afterwork. And after all that cooking, it was time to clean up the surfaces as well as do some dishes. This was a Sunday. Monday was a work day, so we just needed to put the house back in order. There was food for the first 2 or 3 days, but we still needed to have a clean house. I find my week starts much better if I start Monday off on a cleaner house. I'm more motivated to keep on top of the cleaning in the kitchen. The kitchen is the busiest part of our house. Everybody congregates here. There's a lot of cooking and cleaning and the laundry as well. So it's a space that I like to keep on top of it, but it's also a space that I usually am not able to keep on top of. And in this shot, you can probably appreciate it's gone dark outside. So our son David is sat on the dining room table and he's actually doing his homework. So we use Doodle to get him to do his homework because he prefers to work on the computer. It is also easier because we can easily supervise when we're doing chores around the house, and it's become a habit for him and he knows he needs to do his homework. It's usually English and math. So that is what was happening in this afternoon. Ten to 5. Some cooking's happened, some cleaning is happened, and homework is currently happening. I'm gonna call it a day. I feel like I've done so much. It doesn't look like it has been, but that's it. So anyway, thanks for watching this video. Please do like and share and comment if you do like this kind of content.